Donald Trump just put Hillary Clinton in a very, very panic mode state right now. I'm telling you, she's at home sweating, I mean, dripping, because she know the American people, we've known for years that you've been lying about Donald Trump. But Donald Trump announced something today. Oh, my gosh. You have to hear this. Y'all, listen.
Next, sir, we have a presidential memorandum for your attention. This memorandum requires the immediate declassification of all FBI files relating to the Crossfire hurricane investigation. This was obviously one of the instances of the weaponization of law enforcement powers of prosecution against you and others. We believe that it's long past time for the American people to have a full and complete understanding of what exactly is in those files.
Which gives the media the right to go in and check it. You probably won't bother because you're not going to like what you see. But this was total weaponization. It's a disgrace. Should never happen in this country. But now you'll be able to see for yourselves, all declassified. Is that correct? Would you say all declassified?
Yes, sir.
Everything?
The FBI file with there's a classified annex, but other than that, this we'll put everything in the public eye.
Is anybody going to look? What about you? You going to look? And frankly, the FBI should be ashamed of themselves, and so should the Department of Justice, and so should Biden. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I love how he taunts the media. Are you going to look into it? Of course they're not. You know what I mean? Now, the Crossfire hurricane investigation is a controversial FBI probe launched in 2016 to investigate potential ties between Donald Trump presidency and his presidential campaign, and Russian efforts to interfere in the U.S. election. But of course, we all know how this trickled back to Hillary Clinton and how this was really a cover-up for her. I'm going to go ahead and read what Josh Dunlap added. Hillary Clinton may face prison. Trump orders full declassification. President Trump just has ordered the immediate release of all FBI files related to the Crossfire hurricane, the infamous Russian collusion investigation. This means John Durham's report confirms in August 2016, the CIA director John Brennan briefed Obama and Biden on Clinton's plan to falsely link Trump to Russia. They knew, they approved, they watched it unfold. Hillary Clinton's campaign engineered the biggest political hoax in American history. The weaponization of intelligence agencies, the corruption of FBI and DOJ, a conspiracy to undermine a sitting U.S. president, now exposed in black and white. So yes, she may be facing that jail time. Hillary Clinton arrested? Brought me back to this clip from Don Lucre when he asked Caroline Levitt if there would be any investigations into good old Obama or Barry and Clinton.
Thank you for giving me the honor to be able to ask a question and provide some transparency for the American people. Speaking of, I wanted to reference the election integrity. A lot of people in America are questioning if there's any possibility that we could see further investigations for anyone that could have violated our election integrity rights. And more importantly, so is there any possibility for names such as Barack Hussein Obama, Hillary Rodham Clinton to ever just possibly get investigated for any of these, questions from the American people, any of the wrongdoings they might have done?
Well, it's refreshing to actually hear a question on election integrity because the legacy media would never ask such a question. They're so out of touch with where the American people are on this issue. And Americans, you're absolutely right, want to have trust in our electoral system. Without free and fair elections, you cannot have a free and fair country. And President Trump has absolutely been a leader on this effort, talking about the irregularities we've seen in our elections, holding Democrats accountable for allowing illegal immigrants to participate in our elections. And he actually signed a recent executive order to protect the integrity of our elections. It will strengthen voter citizenship verification laws. It also directs the Attorney General to enter information sharing agreements with state election officials to identify cases of election fraud. So that correspondence between the federal government and the Attorney General with state and local officials has never happened before. It will allow the federal government to more easily identify these cases of fraud and then prosecute those who violate our election laws. And it is, again, appalling that any politician, regardless of party, could be against ensuring only American citizens can vote in American elections. How could anyone ever be against ensuring Americans need to have proof of identification to participate in our elections. You see the Democrats falling over themselves, trying to say this is somehow voter suppression. Absolutely not. We are trying to ensure that every American citizen, their vote actually counts and is not being outweighed by fraudulent votes and fraudulent ballots that we know have been cast in previous elections. So the president's taking this very seriously. He signed an extremely strong executive order directing action from the AG and the Department of Homeland Security as well to clean up our elections. And we expect Congress to do more on this front as well.
Amen to that. I don't see how the Democrats really tried to make us feel like having an ID is racist, and then also tried to make the claim like black people don't know how to use computers. Anywho, let's stay on topic here. Now, why is this topic so controversial? I mean, you got to think about the faulty evidence, later investigations, including one by the DOJ Inspector General I don't know how you say his last name, Horowitz, found the FBI made serious errors like misrepresenting facts to get the warrants, okay? They get the FISA warrants. Political motivation claims. You got Trump and allies have long argued it was politically motivated. I know it was a politically motivated witch hunt, for sure, to sabotage his campaign and presidency. So these things, this all coming out as terrifying Obama and all them. I mean, we already knew the truth. Now, we got to show y'all this. Just look for a clip right here, just for a second now. Megyn Kelly asked Tulsi Gabbard about removing Hillary Clinton's security clearance.
I saw recently President Trump withdrew Hillary Clinton's security clearance, which you had to do.
Yes.
I mean, that must have been a little fun. Right? Oh, just a little fun.
I smiled.
Of course you did. You're only human.
Yeah, I am.
So, yeah, that's over for her. And I saw.
Yes, over for Hillary. Hey, man, ain't only thing that's over. Ain't only thing that's over. You know, that's the only thing we got for right now. But I'm telling you, this is far from over. Right here, it's been posted yesterday. Hillary Clinton is guilty under the Espionage Act in violation of 18 U.S. Code 793, gathering, transmitting, or losing of national defense information. Quote, this is even more sensitive than top secret.
Again, with Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge back in Washington, and a blockbuster letter spelling out more potential problems for Hillary Clinton. Good evening, Catherine.
Brett, as the FBI investigation expands, confirmation tonight from a senior government watchdog that Mrs. Clinton's email problems are much worse than previously reported.
According to this letter, first obtained by Fox News, Hillary Clinton's emails on her unsecured personal server contained intelligence from the U.S. government's most secretive and highly classified operations, called Special Access Programs, or SAPs.
These are the crown jewels of the American intelligence community of the United States government.
The intelligence community's Inspector General, Charles McCullough III, notified congressional oversight committees on January 14th. The letter says a comprehensive review by the intelligence agencies, who have final say on classification matters, found, quote, several dozen emails containing classified information at the confidential, secret, and top secret /SAP levels. That is even more sensitive than top secret and brings new scrutiny to the presidential candidate's handling of government secrets.
If this information is compromised, we're going to suffer very serious national security damage. There's no mistake. You don't accidentally stumble across it and not realize what it is.
Access to these programs is highly restricted and on a need-to-know basis only. The State Department spokesman had not seen the letter, but added...
I'm sorry, this is pissing me off, bro. This is what you call straight-up deep state interference. Oh, my gosh.
There are reviews and investigations going on about past email practices here at the department, and I am simply not at liberty to discuss the content.
The new findings are striking, given Clinton's first public statement about her personal server.
There is no classified material, so I'm certainly well aware of the classification requirements.
According to court documents, former CIA Director David Petraeus was prosecuted for sharing special access program intelligence documents with his biographer Paula Broadwell. Both Petraeus and then Secretary of State Clinton were required to sign non-disclosure agreements promising to protect special access programs with the understanding that a failure to do so has significant legal consequences.
I think this is a real test for the administration as to whether they're going to apply the law in a fair and equal way and treat Hillary Clinton the same way that David Petraeus was treated.
A new email first obtained by the Daily Caller shows the State Department knew about the personal account as early as August 2011, and suggestions to use a government BlackBerry and a .gov account were rejected by Mrs. Clinton's aide, Huma Abedin.
Catherine, thank you.
Hillary Clinton, you are in trouble. Yeah, that's what I call deep state interference right there, man. Seriously. The Democrats and the intelligence community weaponize these government agencies, and, you know, look at the double standards, the Trump investigation. But what about Hillary's email and that investigation? You got this comment down here below. Who are you to call anyone guilty? Has she ever been indicted? I call BS. Call me when the Constitution crew starts erecting. Oh, I can't remember this. They're basically saying this is propaganda. However, I guess in a sense, if nothing happens, you know, historically, you know what I'm saying? Somebody else wrote, yes, she definitely seems to be guilty. Now, yeah, we got to tag attorney Pam Bondi. Like, yo, what up, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we getting everything we voted for, but, you know what I'm saying? What up? Well, from everybody else, we need you to come on, speed up. Listen, man, y'all be safe. Please go check on somebody today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Seriously.